Ladies and gentlemen, bonsoir. Good evening, and welcome to the 2022 Fredericton Chamber of Commerce Business Excellence Awards. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Kent Murphy, and it's my pleasure to co-MC this event this evening. And beside me is the lovely and glamorous Ashley Deering. Ashley is the owner and director of Deering Media, and my co-MC for this evening. Come on over, Ashley.
Well, thank you for such a kind and warm introduction, Kent. I'm thrilled to be here with you tonight to celebrate the 2022 Business Excellence Awards. As Kent mentioned, I will be one of your co-MCs alongside Kent Murphy, who is the Chief Operations Officer of Atlantic Growth Solutions. I would like to start by first acknowledging that this event is taking place on traditional Wolastoqey territory. The territory of the Wolastoqey people are recognized in the Peace and Friendships Treaty to establish an ongoing relationship of peace, friendship, and mutual respect between equal nations. The river that runs through our city is called the Wolastoq, along which live the Wolastoqey people, the people of the beautiful and bountiful river.
Thank you, Ashley. It's now my pleasure to invite Karen Grant, the president of Kiers Marketing and past president of the Chamber of Commerce and this year's BEA Selection Committee chair, to come to the podium and provide a greeting. Karen.
Well, thank you, Kent. Good evening, everyone. It was my honor to chair the 2022 Business Excellence Awards Selection Committee. The 2022 nominees were an impressive group, which made our job very difficult and definitely raised the bar for the future. I have been a member of this committee for many years. I want to say almost 20 years. And I'm always impressed by the great businesses and the leaders in our community. Congratulations to all the finalists. Each of you are incredible and should consider yourself winners. Thank you to I'd like to say thank you to the members of the Business Excellence Awards Selection Committee. If you've never been on this committee, it is the best chamber committee to be on, but being a member of this committee is a big time commitment, and the members of this committee take their role very seriously. They dedicate many hours reviewing and scoring all the nomination packages that are received. They interview the finalists, attend committee meetings, and then they determine the award recipients with their committee members. Thank you for dedicating your time and your talents. Without you, this event would not be possible. Each committee member is listed on the inside back cover of your program, and I encourage you to take a look at the members of the selection committee, and if you see them tonight, just take a moment and thank them. But right now, I would like to ask all members of the selection committee to stand if you're able, so we can recognize and thank you for your contributions. So stand up, folks. I'm not going to read your names off, but stand up. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for nominating businesses. I think the next round opens in June of next year. So think about the businesses that you see featured tonight, and if you think of somebody that you think would be a good candidate for a Business Excellence Awards, write their name down, and when the nominations open, nominate them. Show them some love. Enjoy your evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen. I think that we can all agree that this group's finalists are absolutely outstanding. It is now my pleasure to introduce this year's head table. Please hold your applause until all members of the head table have been recognized. So we're going to start with Jill Stairs, who is the president of the Fredericton Chamber of Commerce, David McQuinn, who is the president of McQuinn Media and our platinum sponsor of this evening, who is joined by his lovely wife, Heather McQuinn. We have Jennifer Clement, partner of KPMG Fredericton and a gold sponsor for this evening. Mayor Kate Rogers, who's the mayor of our beautiful city. Karen Grant, the chair of the 2022 Selection Committee. Krista Ross, who is our CEO of the Fredericton Chamber of Commerce. Kent Murphy, of course, who is tonight's co-MC and the Chief Operations Officer of Atlantic Growth Solutions. And last but not least, you have myself, Ashley Deering. I'm the CEO of Deering Media. Ladies and gentlemen, your head table.
On behalf of the Fredericton Chamber of Commerce, I'd like to acknowledge the generosity of a number of very special chamber members who have helped to bring about this special evening. The people who sponsor events such as the Business Excellence Awards directly contribute to the prosperity of our community and continue to make this event one of the main highlights of our year. Many of these companies are here with us this evening, and I would ask you to please hold your applause until all have been announced. Our platinum sponsor, McQuinn Media. Our gold sponsors, KPMG and Signature Sound. Our award sponsors, for which there are 9, credit unions, Liberty Utilities, CBDC Southwest, Jim Gilbert's Wheels and Deals, Fredericton Community Foundation, Ginger Agency, Wilson Insurance Limited, SpaCheck Armstrong and NORAD Chartered Professional Accountants, and Opportunities New Brunswick. Our reception sponsor tonight, the team from Ignite Fredericton. Our broadcast sponsor, Rogers TV. And our bronze sponsors, of which there are 8. Allegra Marketing and Printing, Arterra Wines Canada, Brunnet, CPA New Brunswick, Exclusive Events, Frantically Atlantic, Deering Media, and Rob Blanchard Photography. Let's give a big round of applause to all of our sponsors for their generous support. I would also like to recognize that we have several distinguished guests in attendance today, including city councilors, members of the New Brunswick Legislative Assembly, and cabinet ministers. Welcome, and thank you for taking time out of this beautiful evening to join us here to celebrate excellence in our city, knowing how busy your schedules are. Now I'd like to invite our next speaker to the stage, Jennifer Clement. Jennifer is partner at KPMG Fredericton and one of tonight's gold sponsors. Jennifer.
Thank you, Ken. I was actually waiting for glamorous, but that didn't happen. So I think we'll all be happy that the audit partner is not described as glamorous. So back to being audit partner world, and I love that dress. Definitely not me, but you look wonderful. So I said, good evening, everyone. My name is Jennifer Clement. As I said, I'm an audit partner here with KPMG in Fredericton. I'm absolutely thrilled to be here again tonight. It feels a little bit like take 2, and I promise not to use the same jokes because that also is not good for an audit partner. So no jokes tonight. I want to thank you, first of all, to the Chamber for hosting this incredible event and highlighting the work of our business community. We want to congratulate all of the nominees Your achievements are a major contributor to the betterment of the Fredericton business community and the community overall. You should be proud of everything you've done to get to where you are and to get to this moment. KPMG is proud to be a member of this incredible business community. A number of my colleagues are here tonight, and we are thrilled to be again back in person. We have served many companies throughout our work, in Fredericton, and I know there's a number here tonight. As advisors, KPMG understands that influencing your business and the trends that are currently going on are difficult. The world is evolving at a faster pace than it ever has before. That brings opportunities and it brings challenges. We know that your business is continuing this evolution. And we also know that companies continue to change, but they all go through a similar cycle, from startup to maturity. At KPMG, we understand. That worked. I learned that in junior achievement. You go stand beside the child that's talking, and they stop. So I promise I'm not going to leave the stage either. Okay? So as advisors, now I'm going to be really quick. We're here, we want to help. We understand what it takes, whether you're trying to grow, whether you're trying to exit your business, whether you're trying to get stronger. We're here to help, and we want to be your partner along the way. Once again, congratulations to the nominees. We cannot wait to see what you do next. Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer. It is now my pleasure to introduce our next speaker to the podium to say a few words. David McQuinn is with McQuinn Media and is a longtime platinum sponsor for the Business Excellence Awards. McQuinn Media is also responsible for creating all the fabulous finalist videos you will watch tonight. Thank you very much, David.
Thank you, Ashley. That has to be the grandest intro to me that I've had, I don't know, in a very long time. Anyway, I just wanted to say thank you again, Krista. Thank you to the Chamber for giving me the privilege to be here on this podium. When I was offered the opportunity to serve the Chamber with the Business Excellence Awards videos, I just couldn't turn it down. Because what I've found is through the years, the Business Excellence Awards draw out the best in the city. They point the finger at them for the good they're doing. But what I've discovered as well, and it was a challenge in my editing, that there's so much giving back that I could make the entire awards videos night all about how everybody is giving back. So I knew I was speaking tonight, of course, as a platinum sponsor. I don't want to bore you. You're not here for speeches, you're here for meals and to see if you win or your friends win. Not a problem. But I wanted to equate the idea that what I was hearing was a servant spirit amongst these great people in the room tonight, and that they have been nominated as finalists. And I'm convinced it's not a coincidence that those who put others first in their businesses and in their lives are getting so paid back through other business, repeat business, quality, not focusing on the dollar, but rather on how well they can produce for those who have come to them and have trusted them with their dollar. But beyond that, in the evenings, on the weekends, they're investing in the lives of other people. And time is short. To me, this is tremendous. We're amplifying the very good that's happening in the city. We're identifying it. And I just wanted to thank you for giving me the privilege to film these interviews in my studio and to be able to cut them together. And I hope you enjoyed them. And thanks again, Ashley.
Thank you, David. I would now like to call upon Fredericton's Mayor, Kate Rogers, to come to the stage to bring greetings on behalf of the City of Fredericton. Come on up, Mayor.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of my colleagues at Fredericton City Council, I am delighted to be here with you this evening. I would like to thank the Chamber of Commerce for inviting me to participate. It really is a pleasure to be here for the 2022 Business Excellence Awards. I have to start by what David just said. I'm just sitting with that. And I noted he had music when he spoke. And I think it's because his message was so special and talking about you give and you get back. And really our community is so much about giving. I feel it every day in my work. And tonight is a celebration of that. So congratulations for that. And really, look, and it's lovely to look out and see so many wonderful people, so many friends. That's a real delight. But also, how exciting, how many nominations that we had for these awards, and now how many finalists. This has to be like, this is like an Oscar night. Like, there's a lot of finalists. And that just exemplifies all the incredible work that's happening in our city. And so as a mayor of this city, I am very, very proud. Tonight's about recognizing those achievements and the contributions of the Fredericton community. And I'm sure, we all know COVID-19, the pandemic, it was difficult on all of us. But you've exemplified incredible strength and leadership over the course of these past 2.5 years. You've continued to devote yourself to our community and to the growth of our local economy. And for this, we are incredibly grateful. The City of Fredericton does not take your work for granted. You're the backbone of the city. We are very aware that you are the backbone of the city, and we depend on all of you for your creativity, for your innovation, and for your community building. I also have to say, the City of Fredericton's been doing everything that we can to keep businesses and the community thriving. We've been making investments in a lot of amenities, big and small. I know a lot of you follow city news, most of you, so you know all the stuff that we've been doing, and we've been doing it to breathe life into our downtown core, to breathe life throughout the city, whether that be with the big projects, the new Performing Arts Center that is going to be built, whether that be through the work that we're doing at Officers Square, through the Garrison Night Market, through all the cool little funky festivals that we invest in. We do all of these things. We host big events like the ECMAs, or we had a couple of weeks ago the PointsBet Invitational. We do all of this in the spirit of making Fredericton the place to be. And we know that your work, too, is about making Fredericton the place to be. We are the place to be, and that is just going to continue as the years go on. But anyways, tonight's really about all of you. It's about celebrating your achievements. It's an acknowledgement of your drive, of your hard work, and of all of the contributions that you have made to our city over this past year. So I would say just take in this moment and enjoy it. It is a lovely evening, the ambiance, the lighting, the friendship, and the good spirit that's in this room. Enjoy it. You have earned this celebration, and you deserve to be recognized. You deserve the recognition that you will receive. And I think just that you are here tonight, those of you who are finalists, you are all winners. So, yes. So from the bottom of my heart, congratulations, and thank you for making our business community, our local community, and our city the best that it can be. Have a lovely evening, everyone.
That was very uplifting. Thank you, Kate. Just before we get to the awards, I would like to invite Jill Stairs to the stage. Jill is partnered with Day Kelly & Associates, is the current president of the Fredericton Chamber of Commerce, and she also sat on the 2022 BEA Selection Committee. Come on up, Jill.
All right, Krista, my part in the program to follow David's uplifting musical speech, and Mayor Kate, with your impassioned love of Fredericton, I don't know if I can live up or not. Good evening. I'm here to bring greetings and welcome everybody on behalf of the Chamber. We hope to all have a great time together tonight, celebrating the success and excellence not only of the winners and the recipients of the final awards, but the nominations and all business in Fredericton. We really also look forward to finding out in each category, as I'm sure you all are, who's going to be the final recipient. I want to extend my heartfelt thanks to all of you for not only being here tonight, but for being part of the Fredericton business community. With all the struggles and effort it takes to make our community grow, and you make it better and you make it stronger. Please continue to do the things that you do every day, big and small, that help make our chamber and our community grow and prosper. Have a great rest of your night and enjoy.
Now, it is time to start handing out some awards. Who's ready to hand out some awards? So, tonight's first award is the Credit Union Small Business Award. The Credit Union's Business Excellence Award recognizes a business with 20 or fewer employees that has been operational for at least 5 years and has demonstrated professional integrity, excellence in customer service, success through innovation, and a commitment to the community. It is my pleasure to invite Miles Snare for the credit unions to come up to the podium to announce the recipient of this award. Miles?
Awesome. Good evening, everyone. My name is Miles Snare with Omista Credit Union, and with me is Angela Stewart of Progressive Credit Union. Credit unions are a cooperative financial institution. We pride ourselves on the expert financial advice as well as service we provide to our customers and the communities which we operate in. When you bank with a credit union, you make a local impact in many of the places we call home. As an advocate of solidarity and celebrating accomplishments within the community, Omista Credit Union is pleased to present the 2022 Business Excellence Award in the small business category.
Here are the finalists for the Credit Union's Small Business Award. Mayday Print and Swag Shop.
I believe that Mayday deserves to win this award because of the strong team that I have. Our customers went from needing promotional products and printing to needing COVID supplies, floor decals. Suddenly our company went from B2B to B2C, and the staff just handled it perfectly. I never had any complaints. We were awarded a national contract for Orange Shirt Day from General Motors this year. It was just a very memorable moment that a small 4-person company in New Brunswick could handle a national campaign like that without a hitch. We actually have one of our core values as kindness, and we do kindness intentionally. And that's not just to our customers, but it's to each other.
Precision Pilates.
We work with people who have injuries or have gone through surgeries, cancer, all kinds of things. So we're working with people in a very personal nature, and everybody comes to exercise for a different reason. People are coming because it's their passion, or because they've had an injury, or because they have grandkids and they want to be able to get on the floor and still play with them. And so we're really taking these real life situations and real life goals and making them happen for people. And that's like a really intimate kind of thing. My staff have to be so really focused on providing top service with compassion and empathy. Integrity matters to me. It matters to me that I do what I say I'm going to do for my staff, and it matters to me that my staff and myself do what we say we're going to do for our clients.
Expedia Cruises.
We are here because there is a need for a retail presence, not just online. Some people do like to shop online. A lot of people, surprisingly enough, really like to have that conversation face to face, or even, on the phone. They want to have someone that they can talk to and that they can go to time and time again. So when we open the doors, we hit the ground running, and we exceeded our projections every year. We've got a strong team and who are very committed to what they do, which is, helping people travel and helping people see the world and make those memories with their families and their loved ones. And we're still here, and we're looking forward to the next, several years of getting back to business.
Congratulations to our 3 nominees. We'll now announce the winner. This year's winner in the small business category is Precision Pilates with Kara Hazelton.
I feel like I have 2 wins tonight because I made it up the stairs in my heels. And I haven't had heels on since before the pandemic, so here we are. I'd like to thank the Chamber of Commerce and its sponsors for hosting this event. I think it's critically important that small business owners take a pause in our busy lives to celebrate the work that we do. Events like this make it possible. Congratulations to Mayday, Print and Swag Shop, and Expedia Cruise Centers Fredericton for their continued great work in the community. It is luck that I have the privilege where my vocation and passions align. To have that contribute to the community via employment, a valuable service, and an example of living well is a trifecta of great fortune. This award is for my staff, and I'm not going to cry, whom without I would not be standing here today. Leading is difficult, and there is no room for ego. The strength of the women around me is what keeps this ship on course, not just the business, but my life, and that may be a very large understatement. Teaching Pilates is the easy part. I love it. It fulfills me to bring health to others. Building a team that rounds out the skills, the temperaments, as well as the strengths and weaknesses of each other is where real success lies in being an entrepreneur. Joe Pilates said that patience and persistence are vital qualities in the ultimate successful completion of any worthwhile endeavor. And he was right. But I would like to add that we also need to give ourselves grace. The grace to freely make mistakes, the grace to admit when we have done so, and the grace to grow, learn, and change. So it is with these things, patience, persistence, and grace, where we can set an example for our children, future entrepreneurs and leaders. It leaves us feeling hopeful in a sometimes unhopeful world. Thank you.
Congratulations, Precision Pilates. All right, now it is time to announce the Liberty Medium Business Award, which recognizes a business with 21 to 49 employees that has been operational for at least 5 years and has demonstrated professional integrity, excellence in customer service, success through innovation, and a commitment to the community. It is my pleasure to invite Jason Walsh, the Territory Manager, Business and Community Development of Liberty, to come to the podium to announce the recipient of this award. Jason? It's nice to see you. Nice to see you.
We used to work together. You can start the music. Sorry. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Jason Walsh. I have the privilege of leading the Business and Community Development team at Liberty here in New Brunswick. The team at Liberty is so proud to present to the Fredericton Chamber of Commerce Business Excellence Awards and the Liberty Medium Business Award. At this very moment, natural gas is traveling through thousands of kilometers of pipelines that connect millions of people in Canada to the communities and to the quality of life that is recognized as one of the highest in the world. Liberty is not only a natural gas distribution utility, we're also a regulated water and electric and transmission utility, delivering responsive and reliable essential services to over 1 million customer connections in 4 countries. This provides us with the resiliency in the face of climate change. As a solutions provider in the low-carbon economy, we pride ourselves in seizing new opportunities to develop clean energy and solutions for our customers, our partners, and our communities. For those of you who are our customers in New Brunswick, I want to say thank you. Collectively, we've helped to eliminate over 3 million tons of greenhouse gas emissions in the New Brunswick environment, simply by choosing a low-emissions fuel, natural gas. The work of tonight's nominees for the Liberty Me in Business Award are so important to highlight and to celebrate. And it's why the team at Liberty is thrilled to join all you in honoring their accomplishments tonight. Here are this year's finalists.
The finalists for the Liberty Medium Business Award are VeroSource Solutions Incorporated.
We started VeroSource in 2014. We wanted to make a difference in our community. We wanted to unlock the potential in healthcare. We knew that a lot of money had been spent on the back end of healthcare, and we thought that if we got that information out to people, that we could make a difference. I'd say one of our most memorable moments was at the peak of Harvest Jazz and Blues Festival last year, when the Premier came on and told everyone to use our application to get into the tents. And we had thousands of people using our software all at once, and we were able to actually kind of be a part of what made Harvest work. So we're pretty excited about that. There are ways that we can do things better using digital technology. And, it's a long road, but we're hoping to see a lot of improvements as we go along that road.
Victory Meat and Produce Market.
We took over a business that was iconic in the city of Fredericton. Really didn't want to screw things up, but wanted to focus on some different things that we could improve upon. The business had been known for 3 things in particular: reasonable prices, good quality products, and good service. But over and above that, what Victory symbolized was really support of the community. So we've done a very good job, I think, in hiring newcomers as well, so that we not only benefit from the work that they provide, but also getting feedback from them on different products and different services that we can provide the community. We're not simply in a business here to do well ourselves, because if we're the only ones doing well and our community isn't, we're not going to be around for the long term either. So that really is what Victory is all about.
Congratulations to all nominees. And the winner is Victory Meat and Produce Market.
Wow, thank you so much. I'm quite excited as well. I made it up the stairs in my heels as well, so good night. I'd like to thank the Chamber and sponsors for tonight's event. I would echo the comments from the previous winner that this is a showcase for small business, and we do need to give ourselves a pat on the back. So congratulations, everyone, but thank you for the Chamber and sponsors for putting this wonderful event on. I would also say that very thrilled to win this award, but want to congratulate also VeroSource and Nashwauk Villa. I don't know what happened with their video, but 2 outstanding companies in the city as well, so I want to congratulate them on their nomination. Victory Meat Market has been a member of the Fredericton business community for close to 90 years. 90 years. The Chipin family started this business just after World War II, and were advised through provincial archives that the name Victory was chosen as a homage to the Canadian war effort, which was something that motivates us each and every day. Over the years, the Chipin family focused on 4 things in particular: having fresh, high-quality products, and as much as possible, local products, reasonable pricing, and providing great service. But I think one of the really important things, and something that we've taken to heart when we've taken this business over, and I'll speak briefly about my partner and I, but also the focus that the Chipin family had on supporting the local community. I didn't come to realize exactly how much they had done in that regard until we took the business over and learned so many businesses, so many organizations, so many events that they've supported over the years. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to invite one of the Chipin family members, Marilyn Kaufman, here tonight too, to thank you for the continued support that you had provided to that your family has over the many, many years. So thank you for that. My partner in this business is Hugh Pham, and Hugh and his family immigrated from Vietnam to Fredericton about 4 years ago. When Hugh and I purchased the business, what we were told by customers repeatedly was, don't screw this up. So there's a lot of pressure. So the business had, a great reputation, and we wanted to continue that. But the way we've been able to continue that was with the wonderful team that we have at Victory. There are many, many long-standing employees that have been in there for 15, 20 years. Some of them are with us tonight, and I want to tip my hat to our team members, the ones that are here, and also the ones we have at the store. So thank you all very much for that. As I noted in the video as well, we've been very, very fortunate to tap into the newcomer population that's coming to Fredericton in numbers. We have made a point of reaching out to that community, hiring in that community, and I'd recommend for any business in here today, there's some wonderful, wonderful people available. We've contacted the Multicultural Association. We work with them extensively to add diversity to our workforce, add a knowledge about products and services that we can offer to the community. So that's been a wonderful source for us. And finally, I'd like to thank our customers. You're the reason why we're able to be in business. We're very, very fortunate to have a very loyal clientele. So thank you all very much.
So it's now time to announce the CBDC Southwest Large Business Award, which recognizes a business with 51 or more employees that has been operational for at least 5 years and has demonstrated professional integrity, excellence in customer service, and success through innovation and a commitment to the community. I'd like to ask Heather Hubert, Executive Director for CBDC Southwest, to come to the podium and introduce the finalists.
Good evening, everyone. How's everybody doing this evening? Oh, come on. We can do a little better than that. Woo! Thank you. That was very impressive. Thank you, everyone. Good evening. As noted, I am Heather Hubert, the Executive Director of CBDC Southwest. I was here not that long ago. I feel like it's deja vu, but what I don't have to tell you is that, same as we were here about 3 months ago, this is still our 38th year of operation. We still have had invested $78.8 million in our business and entrepreneurs in our service area. But one of the things that you may not know is that CBDC Southwest has grown and adapted to meet the needs of our clients over the last few years. We have always offered financing for business startup and expansion, But we've also worked to ensure that we are able to offer other value-added programs, such as the Self-Employment Benefit Program. I'm sure there's some people who know what that is all about. The client advisory services, and of course our specialized training. Most recently, we've begun to focus on succession planning. It's never too late to think about succession planning, everybody. It is because of these various offerings that our organization has been able to work with and assist so many clients and different businesses over the years. Our office works with all industries and all sizes of business. As you can imagine, there's all sorts of scenarios. We work with one-person operations, we work with small businesses, like 1 to 3, and we work with large businesses that could be up to 500 people at some times. There are brand new operations. We have operations that have been in business for a very long time, some for a short period. But there's one thing that's common with all of these businesses, one thing that binds them together, and that is that starting, expanding, or just even getting up day to day to operate the business is a challenge, no matter what your size is. It's no easy task. There's a lot of sleepless nights, for good reasons, some bad reasons. Lately, there's been a lot of sleepless nights no matter what we do. Endless challenges, excitement, and worry. But tonight, we are pleased to be here to acknowledge the sleepless nights, challenges, excitement, and worry. We are pleased to help celebrate and recognize accomplishments and to help promote what we believe is one of the province's biggest economic drivers, which is you, the business owners and entrepreneurs, no matter your size. And I'm happy to announce that the finalists are.
Here are the finalists for the CBDC Southwest Large Business Award. UPS.
Being a part of this Fortune 50 organization right here from Fredericton, New Brunswick, providing quality customs brokerage services has just been a tremendous experience for all of our UPSers. The UPS Canada brokerage employees here in Fredericton have done the customs clearance on every single Pfizer vaccine. I think that's very impressive that right here from Fredericton, New Brunswick, we're clearing shipments, whether they cross the border in Holton and Woodstock, or whether they're crossing the border in British Columbia. The employees that we have here in Fredericton are absolutely enabling global commerce, and I'm so proud of everything they do.
Forest Protection Limited.
Forest Protection Limited has been around in one form or another in Fredericton since 1952, so this is our 70th anniversary. We originally came into existence to combat a spruce budworm outbreak in northern New Brunswick. And over the years, we've developed into a company that not only does spruce budworm work, but has also become the service provider for aerial firefighting in New Brunswick. So on top of the research and spruce budworm activities and aerial surveys, we own the tanker fleet that fights forest fires in New Brunswick. We have this issue right now in the world where there's this huge shortage of pilots and aircraft maintenance engineers. So we have a female in aviation scholarship that aims to help women who are interested in being air maintenance engineers or pilots get into the industry. This is a place where people have fun at work while they're doing really serious and really important work.
Autism Intervention Services.
This business is New Brunswick born, and I sincerely believe that the work that we do is admirable and excellent. We do quality work that makes a difference in the life of clients and of their family. We want our employees to have the skills that they need to do their job, and we want them to be safe and to love their work. So we are a business that, yes, we are clinically oriented, but we are also very strong in supporting our staff and making sure that they show up to work every day with all the tools that they need.
A very special congratulations to all the nominees. I am pleased to announce that the recipient of the 2022 CBDC Business Southwest Large Business Award, I'm getting ahead of myself, I'm so excited, is Autism Intervention Services.
Wow, I need to take a moment to recover, so thank you so much to the selection committee and to the chamber for this event. It's amazing. It's a true honor to get this award, and I'm so honored to accept it, so thank you. As you know, one does not build a business of 300 employees by yourself. And over the last 17 years, I've been privileged to work with a group of strong, caring, bright, and determined individuals. Thank you to every single member of my team. There are some members sitting over there. Thank you to those that are not here as well. Together, we've built a strong company that delivers a strong, much-needed service. Thank you to Tim, my partner in crime, and to my little family, AJ, Janelle, and Adeline. Thank you to the clients of this region and from New Brunswick for welcoming us into their lives and for trusting us with the care of their children. And thank you to our partner, Department of Education and Early Childhood. At AIS, we provide a high-quality service throughout New Brunswick. It's hard work. It's done in a climate of care and compassion. We care about quality and about using methodologies that are current, but we also care about kids. We want kids to have fun, we want them to be heard, and we want to be attentive to their needs. Tonight, it's interesting for me to be here because we're in the process of rebranding our company, so I feel I have to share with you our new name. So as of Monday this week, we will be known, or we are Viva Therapeutic Services, Service Thérapeutique Viva. So why Viva? Because it's fun, it's engaging, it's a word that you use for celebrations, and boy, do we ever have a lot to celebrate in our line of work. So Viva is a word that reflects our culture. So thank you again for this amazing recognition. I'm very touched. I want also to congratulate the other nominees, UPS and Forest Protection Limited. Thanks.
All right. So it's now time to announce the Jim Gilbert's Wheels and Deals Not-for-Profit Organization Award. This award recognizes a registered not-for-profit organization which has been operational for at least 3 years, has made an outstanding contribution to the social, cultural, and economic well-being of the greater Fredericton area while exhibiting stability and demonstrating best business practices. I would like to invite Chelsea and Rob Davis of Jim Gilbert Wheels and Deals to come to the podium to announce our finalists this evening.
Hello, everyone. I have been voluntold that I have to deliver the speech, so bear with me. Wow, what a night. Thank you, Fredericton Chamber of Commerce, fellow attendees, and all nominees. You are all winners. It is a privilege to stand up here and present the Jim Gilbert's Wheels and Deals Not-for-Profit Award. As you all know, being huggable is what we are all about. All three organizations nominated tonight are standouts: Fredericton Marathon Incorporated, Greater Fredericton Social Innovation Network, and Under One Sky. Congratulations and thank you. Over the years, we have worked hard to be a different kind of business, distinguishing ourselves as Canada's huggable car and power sports dealer. Like Wheels and Deals has always done, we will continue investing in the community in as many affordable and helpful ways as possible. We never want to say no. Being a small business with a big heart, we try to offer something of value to every person, group, organization, and school. We believe we are all in this together, and all of us should help where and when we can. It's all about we, not me. Here are tonight's finalists.
The finalists for the Jim Gilbert's Wheels and Deals Not-for-Profit Organization Award are Fredericton Marathon.
Marathons include everybody, all shapes, all sizes, all levels of fitness, and we're here to encourage people to walk or run. Our mandate is to put on a first-class event for peoples of all abilities through running and walking. We have a special grant program, so if any organization helps us during our race weekend marathon, we grant them money for their assistance. So it's a win-win for the community and the groups that help us. The City of Fredericton did a sports tourism study that shows that our event generates between $500,000 to $600,000 every May weekend. I love my community, and I think the only way that this community can grow and prosper is plant the seed and show others the importance of our community and what it means to give back.
Greater Fredericton Social Innovation Network.
Greater Fredericton Social Innovation is a local charity that works to meet unmet needs in our community. When our nonprofit sector needed a free place to stay, to host meetings, we created the Nonprofit Resource Center located at the Ville. We have over 300 meetings there a year for free. When our nonprofit sector said, they need tech support and that type of thing, we created the Civic Tech Fredericton movement. So we have all volunteers from our IT sector ready to support them. When they were looking to engage volunteers, we worked with our partners to create a connectfredericton.ca online volunteer matching tool. The New Brunswick Community Harvest Gardens, Volunteer Greater Fredericton, Makerspace. There's a number of initiatives, and we take the lead in moving them forward and bring the right partners to the table.
Under One Sky.
Well, I believe we should win the award because of the amazing work that we do for the off-reserve Indigenous population here in the city of Fredericton. When folks leave their community, they're leaving behind an entire support system. So they're coming into the city and they have to use mainstream services. We try to make it as culturally safe and relevant as possible and without judgment. We are one of 134 Head Starts across the country, but the only one in the province of New Brunswick for off-reserve Indigenous children. The philosophy at Under One Sky is to hold folks where they're at. Oftentimes the expectation is that they're going to go from A to Z in a single step. That doesn't happen. There's a lot of historical trauma for Indigenous people. They face a multitude of issues, and so we try to be their soft place to fall, I guess.
This year's award goes to Greater Fredericton Social Innovation.
Gonna ugly cry here. Jesus. Okay. I tried to be really professional and just write the first word of every paragraph that I want to say, and then I realized the first word I wrote was just the, and it's not. That's not great, but okay. I've been practicing this for days, and so on behalf of our team and our board of directors, we want to acknowledge the other finalists in this community, in this category, with Fredericton Marathon, and a special shout out to Under One Sky. Where's Shelley? Yes, so Under One Sky, they're partners. They have representation on our board of directors. We work on the nonprofit data collaboration project with them, and we were rooting for you, and I know you guys were rooting for us. I know we were told that we have 3 minutes. I'm going to do this under 60 seconds. I'm going to give you back those 2 minutes to check out the website of Greater Fredericton Social Innovation and Under One Sky and Fredericton Marathon. And you can slip in a little Civic Tech Fredericton also. We share this recognition with our partners, our volunteers, and also with the UNB Renaissance College students and St. Thomas University social work, social action students have been working with us since 2009 to help move all of our programs and projects forward. We want to thank the Chamber team, this dynamic, you guys are amazing, especially through COVID and everything that you've been through. You've had our backs, and we appreciate you, definitely. And I just want to close with something my mom said, because why not? And she told me that every one of us only have a certain amount of time on earth. And when you volunteer, that doesn't count. So not only does it count on the time you spend on earth, it adds to the time you get to spend on earth. So thank you for all of you who are looking to live life long and prosper. Thank you. Thank you.
Up next is the Fredericton Community Foundation Community Impact Award. This award recognizes a business or organization that has made an extraordinary social, cultural, or environmental impact on the greater Fredericton area. And I'd like to ask Calvin Milbury, the Executive Director with the Fredericton Community Foundation, to come to the podium and introduce the finalists.
Good evening, everyone. We at the Fredericton Community Foundation are proud to sponsor this year's Community Impact Award. Fittingly, community impact is what we are all about. At the Foundation, we help caring donors support community causes that enhance lives. We're an endowment-based charitable foundation. Gifts are pooled and invested, and the annual earnings are granted back to the community. Last year alone, we granted over $1 million back to the community, supporting over 130 deserving charities. And of course, this important work would not be possible without the generosity of our many donors and community supporters. To that end, we would like to partner with you in your business to build a legacy of giving for the good of our community. We invite you to connect with our team at the Foundation, and we invite you to learn more about the Foundation and the power of our endowment model. To make that easy, I would ask you to kindly turn to the inside back page of your program and scan our QR code with your smartphone. From there, you can connect with our team at the Foundation. We can't wait to hear from you. In closing, I'd like to thank Krista and the team at the Chamber for this opportunity. I'd like to congratulate tonight's finalists, and especially the finalists for the 2022 Community Impact Award. So without any more delay, the finalists are...
Here are the finalists for the Fredericton Community Foundation Community Impact Award. SD Art Initiative.
We hire professional artists all across New Brunswick to go into elementary schools and engage students in grades 3, 4, 5 through art. Art is important to not just the development of a child, but to all of us as adults. And in this room, there's so many entrepreneurs and business people, and we need to be creative every day. We need to solve problems every day, and that starts with creative thinking. And that's something that we really instill in our children in an early age to make sure that they don't lose that creative spirit. So we send these children into businesses of all kinds, and they see their art hung there. They're so proud, and they also learn about those businesses when they go in. So it's a really unique experience for these children. It goes much past the classroom.
Fredericton Marathon.
Our mandate is to put on a first-class running event for all ages, all shapes, and all sizes. And we were fortunate to have our events during COVID. We pulled off 2 marathons in a span of 9 months, and we granted $27,000 to local organizations during that period. Every runner has a story. Every participant has a story to tell. Why did they get involved in running, and how they feel coming across the finish line. Did they run in the name of a loved one who passed away with cancer? Or are they trying to get physically fit? Or were they challenged by their spouse? And I tell you, at the end of the day, when you see people coming across that finish line smiling, we know we've done our job.
Gap Auto.
It'd be 9 years ago that my father and Randy Seymour from Wonder Auto put a program together that was there to use our chemicals and their customer base to create a fundraiser that can directly feed the students in Fredericton. It's created over, I think it's 250,000 meals. Our father said for a long time that you can't learn without food in your stomach. You can't learn when you're hungry. When we went to Leo Hayes, we listened to Kim Heptich, and she had a student talk about how he could reach his fingers all the way around his wrist, and that the food that he was giving, he wasn't even eating that because he was taking it home to his little sister who had no food. Like, that's the reason we do this.
And I'm excited to announce that this year's recipient of the Community Impact Award goes to the Fredericton Marathon, Inc.
Wow. It's pretty weird being at a different podium, I'll tell you that. I don't have to introduce anybody. Mayor Rogers, MLA Kuhn, President Stairs, head table. Everyone in here is a winner because your presence means you believe in your community and your business community. The Fredericton Marathon is all about community. You know, there's other races in other cities that pay their race directors. We are all volunteers, 100%. We give back right to our community. And we firmly believe in putting on a fun-filled event and giving back to our community. We believe in Fredericton first, buying local, going after the local sponsors. There's people at that table, table 21. We have Ben, we have Steve, we have Paul, we have Kim, we have Linda, we have Karen, Lori, Ben, we have Karen. Hey, I haven't been drinking yet, you know. I am training and I am wearing heels. Karen Grant is also on our committee, and our co-race director, Christine Little. And if you don't know her, buy your membership now for the chamber. COVID-19 threw a curveball at everybody.
and it threw one at us at the marathon. But those people at Table 21 stood behind and said, we got to put our event on in 2021. We got pushed to Labor Day, and 8 months later, we came back and put on 2 marathons in 8 months, granting $27,000 back to the local community. So in closing, I'd like to congratulate all the nominees, SD Art and Gap Auto. I'd like to thank Christine, the judges, and the sponsors. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Fredericton Marathon, Fredericton Community Foundation Community Impact Award recipients. And now it's time for the Ginger Agency, the Charitable Organization Award. This award recognizes a registered charitable organization which has been operational and has completed at least 3 fiscal years at the time of the nomination deadline. The organization has made an outstanding contribution to the social, cultural, or economic well-being of the Greater Fredericton area while exhibiting stability, maintaining a good relationship with its staff and its volunteers, and demonstrating best business practices. I'd like to invite Adriana Sprague and Heather Stewart with Ginger Agency to come to the podium and introduce our finalists.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Heather Stewart.
And I'm Adriana Sprague from the Ginger Agency. At Ginger, we craft brands, educate audience, and influence change. And speaking of change, isn't this an exciting time to be living in New Brunswick? We have a lot of growth and momentum, and I think we're all getting used to the idea of change. But change can impact us all differently.
There are many wonderful charitable organizations working hard to create real and meaningful changes to everyone in our community. We are incredibly proud to be able to recognize these 3 organizations as finalists for the Ginger Agency Charitable Organization Award. And here are the finalists.
The finalists for the Ginger Agency Charitable Organization Award are Ability New Brunswick.
This team that works throughout the province and in the Greater Fredericton area is absolutely incredible of what they do to help people that experience an injury or the onset of a disability help rediscover everything that life has to offer. Ability New Brunswick was founded by veterans 65 years ago. It used to be called the Canadian Paraplegic Association. The word paraplegic can have negative connotations, but imagine someone says, hey, you've been diagnosed with this mobility condition or you've had this injury. Would you like to talk to Ability New Brunswick about their programs? Much more welcoming name, and it actually resulted in referrals increasing to us about 6-fold. There's just so many creative solutions that happen in our work to help ensure that people people enjoy the right to true community inclusion.
Inclusion New Brunswick.
I think Inclusion New Brunswick is having community impact at the grassroots level. When you think of inclusion, I think for many of us, it's a given. But when in reality, for the population that we support, those with an intellectual or developmental disability, you have to be incredibly intentional. And what motivates me is really moving the benchmark and really looking to supporting our systems, our community systems, our business systems, our school systems, to be adaptable to meet the needs of all. And that's when I think we've done our job, and that's when we've done it well.
The Gaia Project.
The Gaia Project is a not-for-profit organization with a mission to empower youth to take action on climate change. The experience that the youth and the teachers have working with the Gaia Project is extremely beneficial because we're taking things outside the classroom walls, we're engaging youth with the community so they can see what real-world projects look like. We travel to schools, K-12, all grades, Francophone, Anglophone, Indigenous community schools, and we engage youth with climate change action projects that are hands-on experiences allowing them to sort of collect information, collect data, and ultimately make decisions about what they want to do in their community, once they become decision makers, and how to solve problems.
We are so pleased to announce the recipient of the Charitable Organization Award is Ability New Brunswick.
Don't cry, Haley, don't cry. We are extremely humbled and honored to receive this award tonight, and we are in such good company. Inclusion New Brunswick is one of our best community partners, and we share this with you because we couldn't do it without you. Honored to also have our board president, Stephen, up here with us because we really believe that good governance and strong boards are what make community organizations work. And our board has always been a believer that to provide services to vulnerable populations like people with a mobility disability is so critical. But unless you're working to influence public policy and make changes to systems and communities, you're spinning your wheels. So I want to thank Stephen and our board for being so incredibly strong. And they've never rubber stamped a decision, I can tell you that. Thank you to the Chamber and the Selection Committee. Krista, I was thinking about you tonight, and one of the things you always say, when you have a voice, use it, and that's what I believe this team does. We often are a voice for a vulnerable population. Getting diagnosed with a mobility condition, ALS, MS, spinal cord injury, it's life-changing. Our board, past President George always tells me it's the darkest place you'll ever be. But with perseverance, the right supports, this team is incredible, and they're out on the ground at the kitchen tables, making sure that the senior that needs accessible housing finds it, that the young kid who needs a prosthetic and the family is just in that gray area would be above funding criteria can get the prosthetic, that the kid who can't go apple picking because they don't have an all-terrain wheelchair, can borrow one of our adapted pieces of equipment and be included in their classroom. And that's what this team does. Within 30 minutes of the pandemic, many nonprofits were saying, we're gonna have to lay people off, we're gonna have to shut our doors. And our team stepped up, and I actually wasn't even part of it, I watched it happen, saying we need to check on the 500 people that are open with us right now throughout this province. We need to put lawn chairs in our trunk and be on the front lines of homes to see what people need, because they had less neighbors to count on, home support workers were not available. It was just an incredible experience to watch the perseverance and passion. So tonight I accept this for the incredible team that works so quietly and humbly. And I'll tell you, with rising rates of poverty, lack of affordable, accessible housing, MB Power talking about rent increases when people are trying to pay off last year. It's a dark place for those living in poverty, and people with a disability and single mothers are our most two impoverished populations in this province. So the team needed a lift, and this is a definite lift tonight. Thank you.
Let's now announce the Wilson Insurance Limited New Business Award. This award recognizes a local company that has completed less than 5 years at the time of nomination and is potentially scalable. I would like to ask Carrie Atkinson, VP Operations and Resources, to come to the podium to announce the recipient of this award.
Good evening. Wilson Insurance is one of Atlantic Canada's largest privately owned independent brokerages. and we're so proud to be the Fredericton Chamber of Commerce's group home and auto provider that offers preferred rates to the employees of Chamber member companies. Congratulations to all the finalists and recipients tonight. And without any further ado, it is my pleasure to present the Wilson Insurance New Business Award. And the finalists are...
Here are the finalists for the Wilson Insurance New Business Award. Porter O'Brien.
We've been quite successful in our brief time in operation. We started a little over 2 years ago. Tim Porter and I have been in and around government and communications, public relations functions for much of our careers. We're a solutions company, really. And so people come to us with a problem that they can't figure out how to solve. And it's really, a rewarding experience when you're able to, see the smile on the face and the stress melt away as you finally helped your client. Some of the work we do would be described as lobbying. It's not about, getting undue consideration for somebody. It's about helping people who don't have a voice either because they don't have the means or they don't have the connections or they don't have the understanding of how government works, and make sure their voice is heard and make sure that good policy follows.
Serenity Wellness.
We started as a clinic, but we are now also providing home care. And with autism, this is lifelong. This is far-reaching how much help is required here. So everything I'm doing is to make sure that families here, they know that there's somewhere that they can call and get that help. I want people to know that there is help available and they don't have to worry that it's not going to fit. Everything that we do, every step we take is to ensure that we know what our clients want, what the patients need, and we take extra steps to make sure that we're meeting it for them. And if we can't, then we will refer them to someone who can, because we want our community healthy.
Momentum Design and Print.
Shannon and I have worked extremely hard over the past few years to grow the business. We set what seemed at the time some lofty goals for sales, and much to our delight and sometimes surprise, we met those goals and exceeded them 3 years running. I think what matters to Shannon and I probably the most is that we have been able to give back to our community in meaningful ways. I would just say that if you're thinking about going into business like Shannon and I thought for several years, there is no right moment, so go for it, just do it.
The recipient of this year's New Business Award is Porter O'Brien Agency.
Thank you, Wilson Insurance and the selection committee for this award. We're very honored. I'd also like to thank all the organizers of today's event, including those working behind the scenes that have served us the food, cooked the food, served the drinks, and will clean up afterwards. The sound people, many others, including Dave McQuinn, who produced these videos, and Dave does a great job. I went over to his studio to record that video, and he actually had to spend more time figuring out how to get the glare to not show up off of my head than the video took. So, sorry about the lights. Hopefully it's okay. Anyway, we're also a proud member of the Chamber. The Chamber's been instrumental in our success. It's a great organization in terms of coaching and networking. We're also very proud of our clients. The number one pillar of our strategic plan is client service, and pretty cool tonight. 5 out of the 9 categories that were either Porter O'Brien or a Porter O'Brien client was nominated. That's pretty exciting. Thank you. We're in the business, and we're proud to work with a diverse group of clients from across New Brunswick and across the country, and we even have a client in Seattle. And we wouldn't be where we are today if it wasn't for the supportive ecosystem in this room, and I commend everyone that was nominated. We use a lot of local businesses as subcontractors and partners, and Momentum is a group we've worked with before, so congratulations to them on their nomination. We do a lot of fun and interesting work, and it's all because of our staff that we are able to do that successfully. We've grown to 14 staff over the last 2 years. 2 of them are here today, Jackie Durnford and Aaron Brandt-Filliter, who are great members of our team, and I thank them and their colleagues for their support. And then, of course, my business partner, Tim Porter. Tim has been a friend and a mentor and a coach and a boss and a jokester and a all-around good guy in my life for the last 15 years. And it was his idea to start this company about 3 years ago, so that's why I'm up here. So thank you very much, Tim. And we are here winning the New Business Award, but we're not new to this kind of business. As I mentioned in the video, we've been doing this kind of work our whole careers, Tim and I and many of our colleagues. And so we're here for the long haul and happy to assist. So thank you very, very much. Really appreciate the award and the recognition.
Congratulations, Porter O'Brien Agency, the winner of the Wilson Insurance New Business Award. So, up next, we have the Spa Check Armstrong and NORAD Chartered Professional Accountants Resilience Award. Yes, that's a mouthful. This award recognizes a business that has overcome challenges that were not exclusively financial in nature, and they're now thriving again. I would like to ask Nick Norrad, partner at Spa Check Armstrong, NORAD Chartered Professional Accountants, to please come forward and present this award.
Thank you very much. You actually said all the names correct too, so that's great. What a lovely evening this is. The Chamber just such a great job every time. Maybe we should do this twice a year, every year, Krista. The 3 nominees for our award tonight, they certainly embody the spirit of resilience. And although I'm sure each one of you is hoping to get your hands on the crystal, I wanted to make the point that overcoming the hurdles in your respective businesses and carrying on stronger than you did before, that's really what you ought to be proud of, whether you win our award tonight or not. And in fact, I'll take it a step further in that, in my humble opinion, the nominees are here representing the resiliency of our local entrepreneurs in general. And for that, you should be extremely proud, because really, what an incredible group this is. I have the pleasure of working with these people every day, and they never cease to challenge me, to humble me, and to amaze me with that rare combination of skills they have of street smarts, book smarts, grit, and work ethic that's required for success in small business. So that being said, our firm, again, is so proud to sponsor the Spa Check Armstrong and NORAD Chartered Professional Accountants Resilience Award. The finalists are...
The finalists for the Spa Check Armstrong and NORAD Resilience Award are Urban Threads.
Urban Threads has been in business for over 10 years, and a lot of people kind of don't know where we are because we're sort of on a weird location downtown. We're on the corner of King and Church, which is right off of the main strip. Well, COVID was a really big stressor for us. We had to shut the store down. I had fabulous staff, so I didn't really know what to do. So we have over probably 20,000 items in our store that now needed to be put online, re-tagged, a completely new system put in place. So we had a lot of nurses that came in who couldn't come, who were asking to buy things. We started putting care packages together for the hospitals and the nurses. But we just kept going forward. We keep changing and adapting to what we know people want.
Gap Auto.
Back in 2019, we had a fire which ruined about a third of our building. And pretty much from there, we've had an uphill battle, from the insurance issues to moving our production facility to hitting all the COVID constraints, trying to pivot to keep our business still going. So we went and we jumped through the hoops and we got certified to be able to manufacture disinfectants and also manufacture hand sanitizer, which really changed and helped us backfill the business that we didn't have. We've got this group of people that genuinely care about what we're doing. It's so hard to create that, and it can't be by accident. It has to be that Gap Auto's created a culture and a place where people want to see success, and that for me is a point of pride that I'm just excited about and ready to keep moving forward.
Expedia Cruises.
First of all, we've built a business from the ground up. We started in 2016. And in 2019, we were exceeding our projections, exceeding our goals. And then COVID happened, and in 2020, everything shut down, and we were trending for really great success that year. And then in 2020, everything, as we know, the world shut down, and our revenue stream not only stopped, but in some cases, we had to pay back some commission. In some ways, I look at it a little bit like a gift. We learned a lot about ourselves. We learned a lot about our business. We learned about where some inefficiencies were in our business, and we've corrected that. So we may not have gotten that insight without having gone through the last couple of years.
The recipient of our award is Gap Auto.
Nick just reminded me that we share the same birthday and have done that for probably the last 15 years since university, so that's nice. Resilience. I grew up in an entrepreneurial family. It's part of our livelihood. It's at our dinner table, it's at our boardroom tables. It's a challenging year this year. Our father passed away in April, and it's been extremely difficult. And it's gonna kill my mom here, but Mom, if you could stand up and let's just give her a round of applause. Without them being resilient themselves and ingraining that in us from day one, there's no way in hell I could be standing here today. So, between the fire and COVID and the hell that we live, we get an award for getting punched in the stomach and getting back up again. But I get up here to be able to do the talking part, but let's be honest, it's that group of 10 misfits from Keswick Ridge, New Brunswick, that knock it out of the park every single day. You guys, this award I get to accept, but let's be honest, it's your award. You guys earned it. It's yours. Thank you.
And up next is our final award of the evening. Can you believe we're already here? The Opportunities New Brunswick Career Achievement Award. This award recognizes the accomplishments and contributions of a business person that has succeeded through innovation, risk-taking, and a commitment to our community. This person may have achieved success through introducing new products or services, or growing an existing product or service through a new approach. The individual's professional career has spanned at least 10 years at the time of the nomination deadline. To make the presentation to the recipient of the Opportunities New Brunswick Career Achievement Award, I would like to call upon Rosemary Walsh, who is the team lead and business development executive at Opportunities New Brunswick, to come up to the podium at this time. Come on up.
Good evening, everyone. Bonsoir. ONB is once again proud to be a sponsor of this great event and to present the Career Achievement Award to one of these three outstanding nominees. Our team shares the Chamber's goal of energizing the private sector and celebrating New Brunswick business success whenever possible. As you know, tonight is about celebrating the many great business success stories happening right here in Fredericton. And it's because of businesses and entrepreneurs like those represented here tonight that great things continue to happen here in Fredericton and across New Brunswick. It is our team's privilege to work with many of you every day, whether it's the B2B companies my colleagues and I work with, or the B2C businesses we support through our Business Navigators team. So business leaders like these three career achievement finalists demonstrate that success can be found in any areas of industry in New Brunswick. And now, here are this year's finalists.
Here are the finalists for the Opportunities NB Career Achievement Award. Danielle Peltier.
I always say that for me, it's never the big things that really impress me. It's all the little moments. I believe that we provide an outstanding service that is the envy of many provinces and even other countries in the world. I feel very proud of what I've been able to achieve, but also understanding that I did not do this work alone. That to achieve this type of work, you need to be surrounded by a very strong team. And I do believe that I have pillars next to me that help guide me, that help support me in every decisions or projects that I take. So I feel quite fortunate to have the team that I have and also to work in New Brunswick.
Joanne Gallant.
When I started out in sales for CBC, making the top list of salespeople was an achievement. And then working for the province and developing connection between France and between Germany, those were big achievements. And then coming to Fredericton with the Fredericton Airport, building a new terminal during a pandemic, coming out of that under budget and finishing the project ahead of time and rebuilding the business, that's a milestone. It's such a blessing. So things like that, there are like milestones, but it's sometimes the little also achievement that's more important, the daily little initiative that makes it one day that you're sitting here. So I really wake up super early and set myself up for the day to say, how can I be there for people? Can I make a difference and just be present every day?
Pam Doak.
I love what I do. I've been in the industry for 35 years, and you know, it's a privilege and an honor when people invite me into their home. It was very difficult for me in the beginning. I was very young, and obviously people didn't take me seriously. And the first 5 years, you know, I starved. It was a very male-oriented industry at that time as well. And it was hard for me, but I kept going. I just didn't give up, and here I am today, 35 years later. My rate of return business is 97%. We're all on a journey together. And, you know, when we support one another, you know, in our businesses and in our community, that's how communities grow.
And now, it is my great pleasure on behalf of Opportunities New Brunswick and the Fredericton Chamber of Commerce to introduce to you the 2022 ONB Career Achievement Award recipient, Joanne Gallant.
My goodness, how much coffee did I have before I did that video, for God's sake? Thank God it slowed down at the end. Woo! Krista, you lead an amazing team, and your team is always so much there for us, so thanks for putting up this evening. And by the way, the airport expansion project happened because of all of you and people like Krista's team and Ignite and the province and the feds and you business people that stood behind us and really made this happen. The thing about Fredericton that I noticed, because I moved here 7 years ago, is that you actually do the work. You roll up your sleeve. It's not just about sponsorship. It's actually you do it, man. And it's such a great community. I'm grateful today. I'm grateful at my table. I have friends here that have been here for 3 decades, like the Françoise, the Kelly, and the Beth. And Francis McGuire, he's been my mentor for 30 years. And I said, if I don't win tonight, I might have to change mentor. But thank goodness, Francis, thank goodness. My partner, Rob, drove 2 days to surprise me yesterday as I'm arriving from a bike ride. It wasn't pretty. But he made it, so thank you, Rob. And Kate and Andrew from the airport are here today, but and thank you. You are the brains, you are the intelligence and the guidance, but also the team that's at the airport who's keeping those runways open for you while I'm here. And Fredericton, the airport has an amazing board. They're so brilliant. And then some people here tonight, like Aaron, and it's just the support from that board. During the pandemic, they didn't even shake or had doubts. They just like, let's just do the work. Let's just finish what we started together. I moved to New Brunswick at the age of 11. My parents, we lived in Montreal. I didn't speak a word of English. And my dad decided he was going to go back to the farm and just in his heritage home. And I thought, oh, wow, okay. So if you Google Rosaireville about population 30, notable person is Lisa Leblanc. And I babysat her, so that's my claim to fame. Anyway, all jokes aside, Paul Simon reminded me the other day, the character is built at an early age, and it's your parents that you don't think they're making good decisions at the time, but actually that's where you learn. And, you know, my dad would send me out on the tractor and clear the field. I thought, oh my goodness, this is hard work. But it's an introduction to heavy equipment management, you know? And you need that at the airport, but thank God they don't let me out there in the field. And then my dad brought these beautiful rabbits, long, blonde, white hair rabbits. But the problem was the ferret would come at night and try to take them out. So that's called wildlife management, you know? Anyway, it's all those little things. Like one day the cows escape from the fencing. They're in the middle of the road. The bus has to stop. I'm 15-year-old. I'm trying to be cool. And I got to get out of the bus and move those cows out. And I'm like, this is so not funny. But that's about doing the things you don't want to do. Anyway, all jokes aside, one of my favorite quotes is from Mother Teresa. And she says, we cannot all do big things, great things, but we surely can get up in the morning and do the little things with great love. So I leave you with that. And again, I am so grateful for all of you, and merci.
Congratulations on that career milestone. And congratulations to all the recipients and finalists featured at this year's Business Excellence Awards. We ask that all the finalists and recipients come to the stage once I'm done speaking so you can get some photos done. Gosh, and what a great night we just had. As we prepare to end the evening, I would like to thank the Delta Fredericton staff for the beautiful venue and the wonderful meals that we had. So let's give them a round of applause. I would also like to thank this year's selection committee for their time and expertise. Without their help, this event would not have been possible, so thank you to them. And once again, I would like to thank our sponsors for their generous support, without which this event wouldn't be possible. So our platinum sponsor, McQuinn Media, our gold sponsors, KPMG and Signature Sound, our award sponsors, the credit unions, Liberty Utilities, CBDC Southwest, Jim Gilbert's Wheels and Deals, Fredericton Community Foundation, the Ginger Agency, Wilson Insurance, SpaCheck, Armstrong, and NORAD Chartered Professional Accountants, and Opportunities New Brunswick. Our reception sponsor, Ignite Fredericton, our broadcast sponsor, Rogers TV, and of course our 8 bronze sponsors, Allegra Marketing and Printing, Arterra Wines Canada, Burnett, CPA New Brunswick, Exclusive Events, Frantically Atlantic, Deering Media, and Rob Blanchard Photography. Let's give it a big round of applause. Our next chamber event is the Parliamentary Breakfast, which is taking place on November 10th at the Fredericton Convention Center. Tickets will be available next week on the chamber website. Make sure you read your newsletters. And that's it for this year's Business Excellence Awards. Thank you so much for taking the time, coming out, to everyone who was nominated, and I hope you all have a wonderful night and get home safe. Thank you.